Hello and welcome to my basement. So I have spent part of this afternoon cleaning up the area I'm going to use for my indoor seed starting and getting it ready to hold seed trays, because next weekend is when I'm going to be starting some seeds. I'm probably just going to start peppers, and then the next week I'll probably start tomatoes and lettuces and things like that. I'm going to go ahead and get all of my seed trays filled with dirt and ready to go, but I wanted to kind of show you my indoor setup and show you how I'm actually going to fill my trays with dirt, because I'm going to use some butcher's twine. This is just cotton twisted biodegradable string. I'm going to use some of this to do like a wick into the bottom of the pot, up through the middle of the dirt. That way I can water from the bottom and everything will get the nice amount of water that it needs. Katie actually did this last year and it worked out super well for her, and so I thought, why not? I'll give it a shot. I have this string sitting around in the drawer upstairs and I thought, okay, let's try it. So I'm going to show you really quick kind of how I have things set up down here and how I'm planning on using this space to the best of its ability, because I don't have a lot of room down here. To be honest, the basement of our house is pretty big for the size of our house, but we have a lot of stuff, and the washer and dryer are down here. The whole half of the basement pretty much is for laundry, and then the other half is to store stuff and now to start seeds. So this is the big shelf where I have 3 trays. These are 3 10-20 trays from Greenhouse Megastore. Up here is where I have my storage for my indoor garden stuff, and down here is just some general storage of some other like crap that we have to store down here, and some cactus dirt because I need to repot my aloe, but that's neither here nor there. So this is one shelf I'm using. I'm just using this one singular shelf for trays, and then over here is where I have everything else. So this little shelving unit itself came from Aldi. A few months ago I got it at Aldi. I think I only paid like $15 for it, and I have right now on here I have my pot of lettuce. It's doing pretty well. I've come down here and made a few salads out of it so far. This is not like the best way to do salad inside. This pot's really tall, and so that kind of like I can't get this light much farther away from it, but if the light were farther away it would grow taller. I have 2 of these heat mats. I got these on Amazon. I think they were like $20 for both of them. I have my pot sitting on them right now, but this is what they look like. They get I don't know, they keep the dirt around 70 to 80 degrees, 75 maybe. Since this is in my basement, I decided to use heat mats. Last year I actually just used a heating pad, like my regular heating pad, but I started my seeds upstairs in my dining room, and so I had constant eyes on it pretty much. Since I'm not going to have constant eyes on these this year, I went ahead and got these. They're waterproof. I don't have to worry about getting like spilling water on them or anything. There's one up here and there's one down there underneath this tray that needs to get dumped. There's one down there. So these are 10 by 20.75 inches. My basement is not warm by any means. It's not cold, but it's not super warm. So I am going to be using the heat mats quite a bit. This shelf, I have my one light. Right now, I only have the one light up. Over on the side of this shelving unit, I actually zip tied a power strip, and I have all 3 of the lights I have plugged in right now in them, and then I'll plug in the 2 heat mats at some point when I'm ready for those. Like I said, my house is old, my basement's old. We do not actually have power down here in terms of outlets. We have light sockets with light bulbs in them. To get power down here all the time, like to have a constant stream of power coming, I have to leave the lights on down here. So I've had this one grow light going since December when the lettuce sprouted, and my electric bill for last month went up maybe $1 versus last year at this time. So I'm really not concerned about the power suck. All these lights I'm using are LEDs, and I'll actually show you the exact box of the light that I'm using. They came from Menards. They were like $13 a piece after a rebate, and I have, how many do I have? I have 4 of them. I only have 3 up right now, but I have 4 of them total. The other one I will hang up before I put anything down there, but for now I just went ahead and hung up 3 of them. So I have 2 lights on this shelf to do these 3 trays. You can see there's one up here and one back there, and they just have like a pull chain to turn them on and off, and they just plug in. They don't have to be hardwired in, they just plug in. They have little holes in the top up here that you can hang them from, and they come with these S-hooks and these chains. All I did was take a little zip tie and make a loop because I don't need them to be like this long yet. That's how I did that for now. If I need to take them out, I can, but for now, I'd rather just be able to see what I'm doing down here before I move them way down when I get my seeds in and get them germinated. So this is the light I use. It's by Smart Electrician. It's an LED shop light. It is 3,000 lumens, and this one is 34 inches long. It's LED, it just plugs in. So you can see it's 3,000 lumens, it's 36 watts, and it is a 4,000 Kelvin color, which is like a bright white color. So that's my indoor seeds setup right now. I have my little watering can down here and all of that also, but that's how I'm going to be starting my seeds. So let's go outside in the cold and get some dirt in some pots, and I will show you what I mean by using this as a wick. Okay, welcome to the garage. The cleaned garage. I have all my trays out here. I have 1 tray in front of me, and I have 3 others over here off to the side. They have the tray inserts and the pots in them, all 18 little pots. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take some of this string, and this is just like, you know, just cotton string. And well, first I'm gonna cut this little frayed end off. Okay. And this tool right here is something that Katie made me because she made one of these for herself and she said it worked great. This is the end of a zip tie with a piece of a necklace on it, and it's been super glued and duct taped. So what we're going to do is we are going to take each one of these little pots, each one of these little, however big these pots are, 3 1/4 inches wide from Greenhouse Megastore, and we are going to put a scoop of dirt in each one, or a scoop of potting mix. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of this string and thread it through this needle, and I have this about, I don't know, halfway full or so, and I'm using this Pro Mix dirt that I got at Menards, all organic. It has vermiculite in it, and it's actually a really nice potting mix. I hadn't opened it until right now, but it's really like pretty nice stuff. It has some coconut coir in it, but it's not real dense, but it's not real light either. So all I'm gonna do is take this pot, and I'm gonna try to show you this. Here, I'll show you on an empty one, that's easier. The holes in the bottom, we're just gonna take this and thread this through one of these holes in the bottom. I'm just gonna go up through the bottom like this. And this is the perfect size to fit through this hole. And I'm gonna pull it up. And let it stick out the bottom like that. And then on the inside, it's sticking up in there. And so now I'm just gonna put this back in the seed tray. So what this is going to do is basically provide a wick for the water to go up. So now all I have to do is pour water down in this tray, and it'll soak into this because this has holes in it, and then the pot itself will suck up the water with its little wick. And when I start my seeds, you know, you don't want to start seeds in real compact soil. You want it to be really light and not be packed down at all. So basically what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to top these off and just kind of shake them a little bit to get them even. There's plenty of air in here, and they'll be perfect for seed starting. You don't want your seeds to have to fight to grow or to germinate, you know? I'm just gonna get the rest of these babies filled up. I don't know if I'm gonna get through all 4 trays. It is kind of cold out here, but I'm just gonna get these babies all filled up. All right, I got the whole tray done. 1 whole tray, 18 pots. They all have dirt in them. They are ready to go for planting. So this will be the one I use for peppers probably, because it, you know, already has dirt in it. So all I'm gonna do is just pour some water down in here when I need to water, and the water will just fill this whole tray, and then the little strings will wick up the water. So that's how I'm doing it for this year. I'm gonna give this a try. I'm super excited. I think it's gonna work out super well. I'm gonna go inside because it's cold, and I'm just gonna leave all this stuff out here because it's not gonna go anywhere. It's just gonna be in the garage. No one uses the garage in the wintertime. There it is. We did it. Well, we kind of did it. We did most of it. We did part of it. We did 25% of the trays. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.